I want to make a quick video talking about why I really don't drink. What I've come to realize is um, a lot of society, most of American society, people like to drink a lot. They like to drink a lot of alcohol. Um, what really got me to change my ways with alcohol and look at it differently is when I got a DUI when I was 30. And it was probably a good idea. Not a good idea, a good thing that happened. It was bad at that time, really bad at that time, really scared. I was afraid I was gonna lose my life. Um, but it made me change my perspective on things. Um, I used to have a lot of different addictions to suppress emotional traumas that have occurred in my life, and I think that's why a lot of people drink to avoid their emotional problems. And what I found out, I don't like the person I am when I drink. I'm not a happy-go-lucky drunk. I'm a dick. I'm an asshole. I don't like that person. Um, I, I, I I don't like how I don't care about tomorrow. Um, I don't like waking up the next day and then like in kind of like anxiety, and I don't like how it makes me feel the next day. At least maybe the whole day I feel like crap. Um, I could have potentially text somebody in the past, um, and I wake up the next day. I'm like, oh crap! I can't believe I said that to them. That's what I'm talking about. I don't. I'm at the point in my life where there's nothing to really celebrate. What if I was to drink right now? Which, okay, I'm gonna have some drinks over the holidays. Over Christmas, I like to have a couple drinks on Christmas. Maybe Christmas Eve, stuff like that. Because I like eggnog and rum together. But I don't like the last the whole year. The only time I've drank anything was I had one glass of wine on um, the 4th of July. They made an extra one while I was spending time with family, and I was like, okay, I'll have one, whatever. My kid can drive. And it was just one glass of wine. I could have drove, but still, I was planning on not having anything that day. Um, so I would have went this whole year without drinking up until like Christmas happens. But that was the last time I had anything to drink. Besides then, was last Christmas. I just don't feel like I have any reason to celebrate. There's nothing for me to celebrate. Which I should be celebrating because I've wrote a book. I created like 45 songs are out there. But I don't feel like I really accomplished anything. So I don't, like I'm been isolating myself. My crypto took a huge dump. I potentially have lost 30, 25% of my crypto due to BlockFi going to bankruptcy. Um, I've had to deal with high inflation, so I've had to basically minimize a lot of things in my life. Um, my kid graduated high school. I think that's something cause for celebration, but I just think that's something that I don't know. I just don't feel like really celebrating anything. There's nothing really. I don't feel like I really. That's a big accomplishment, but you know, drinking by myself is just it's 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 not something that I really. It's not just that. It's I had I had two teenagers. Okay, One moved out, so he ain't under my roof no more, and one that still lives with me. And I think that I'm such a huge example that I don't want them see me drinking all the time. You know, they can see me drinking here and there, like that glass of wine on um, 4th of July. But um, I don't want them seeing me because I don't want them doing it themselves. Um, you know, my kid says all the time, my youngest child, he says, and he's 17. He says, I'm never gonna do any of that. You know, things change when you get to be older. You go through different things, and I hope he never does do anything bad. And if he does, which he probably will have drinks, of course, but like it won't ruin his life. So at this point, I just don't see a lot of benefit for me to drink. And if I had a choice, I would. This is how I've always been. I would rather choose THC over alcohol any day. Um, it really mellowed me out. It really chilled me out. Um, it really helped my creative ability. And alcohol, all it really does is make me not really care. And it kind of dumbs me down and numbs me. Not numbs me, but like it makes things dull. Um, Suppresses. Um, and that's what TC does a little bit. It kind of suppresses you, but it brings out creativity too. Um, but I just don't feel like I have any reason to celebrate. I hear people drinking all the time. Oh, blah, blah, and I don't fit in, man. I don't really want to. Um, I don't want to go to big parties and kegers. Like I'm old anyway, but you know, like I just don't care. It's not really appealing. I don't like the hangover. There's and it's just like it's not worth my money too. Um, it's almost like a luxury anyway. And I don't want to go down the road where I'm coping with emotional traumas I've had in the past with alcohol, which the average person likes to do. Because the problems are still going to be there. And for now, I kind of cope with problems with eating, and that's always been my problem. But, you know, it's hard to quit everything, you know, when you've had a lot of bad addictions in your past and you have an addictive personality. It's hard to quit everything at once. I think when I get on my own, I could really deal with things on my own and not have to worry about things. I can really deal with my emotional traumas. Um, but for now, I have to continue to put on a facade as best as I can because I'm in charge of the youth, the future, um, and I have to try to put on a good example, the best example I can. I'm not perfect, man. I make plenty of mistakes, but to um, alcohol is just like it's just not really honestly that appealing to me. It's not. It's people really like to drink a lot, and I just don't find it appealing, man. I honestly I don't really relate to a lot of people anyway. Most people I don't relate to at all. That's kind of why I'm kind of part of the reason why I segregate myself from everybody, separate myself from everybody because I just don't relate to most people. Um, I don't care about small talk. I don't care about um, little things like I don't relate to most men because they like to talk about cars and I don't fucking care about that. I don't care about mechanics of a fucking car or engine anything like that. I just don't fucking care. Um, and with women, I have to watch myself because I'm attracted to them and um especially at work, if there's an attractive person at work, I avoid them because I don't want to say something that, you know, I have a little bit of game and sometimes it just comes out. And it's kind of like when I talk to women now, it's different. Um, it's kind of like a flirtatious thing that'll just come out. Um, so I have to watch myself how I talk to women. Uh, but I just I don't relate to the average person at all, man, at all. And um, I think there's a lot of people that have gone to the last 2 years that don't know how to deal with isolation. A lot of them more introverts, right? Not introverts, extroverts, and to deal with like an introvert loses. Like I wake up and I have so much energy to give socially, and then that's evaporated with all the social interactions I have. As extrovert wakes up with nothing, no energy, and they gain energy by interacting with people. Um, I think that people who were extroverts who were forced into isolation, it's messed them up. Um, and I try to avoid not only because of financial reasons, going out, but uh, I don't have the desire, and I just don't really relate to people at all. Um, they talk about the latest thing that was on Netflix. I just don't relate to that. Um, I'm in such a minority of things. Um, like Elon Musk was saying, and this is exactly how I am. He said it's good to gain a little bit of knowledge in a lot of different things, so you have like a general basis of stuff. Um, and that's probably why people people like think that I'm smarter than I am. I'm not. I really don't have a high IQ at all. I'm probably maybe even below the average IQ, honestly. But I just have knowledge in a lot of different fucking things, and a lot of regular people, their knowledge is into Netflix or just like food, or I don't care about that shit, man. Um, what intrigues me is um, like how people react to different things. Um, so society, how society reacts, politically. Um, like, is this real? Are we real? Am I a part of a simulation? Will I like be canceled from everything and be completely homeless? I told my kid, I shouldn't have told him this, but I told him if I lose everything and I end up being homeless after working my ass off the last 25 years of my life, and I'm continuously going down a good path and getting rid of um, negative things in my life and trying to become the best version of myself constantly. And I mean, if I end up homeless, and I because like we're going into probably a stagflation type of thing where inflation's huge and unemployment's huge. If I end up one of these people that are unemployed and I end up on the street, I'm not going to eat anymore until things get better for me, because I feel like I've done enough. I feel like the universe has been so against me progressing and fighting against me so hard to push back on me, maybe to push me back in, like my ceiling was supposed to be a drug addict. Maybe that's my purpose here, was to be a drug addict. Maybe that was my whole purpose, and I've completely derailed that. And the universe is like pissed the fuck off at me because I'm not going down that path. And if uh, this is why I can't break out in anything, whether it's at a job I work at and I obviously should be promoted or get more compensation, or in creative endeavors I try to go with, or just general acknowledgement when it comes to validation when I actually go out in society. Um, Such a limited, for me, um, of the universe providing opportunities in my life. You know, I said to me, I said to my kid jokingly, I said Kanye's coming over because we're gonna talk. We have a business deal talking about future collaborations. He heard one of my songs and he's all about it. And you know, this is the kind of stupid shit I think about, like unrealistic things. Even like um uh, scenarios that will never play out. I think in my head, because I got a creative mind. Um, and nothing ever comes to fruition, and it's like I continue this boring life, drama free life, which I want, but cool things don't happen. Cool things don't fucking happen, and I feel like I should be progressing, and I'm not. So if whatever's gonna happen in 2023, if we got mass layoffs and I end up one of these people, and I got able body to be able to work, and I lose everything financially, and I end up on the street, I'm just going to starve. I'm gonna starve myself, literally. I'm done. I'm so done with this shit. I will go out that way. I'm not gonna do anything else, because like if I'm gonna continue just to get hammered by the universe, I'm gonna cause this type of pain to myself. Like, I'm done with them causing pain to me. I'm done with the universe causing pain to me, and I have to continue to take this pain and suffering that's given to me and make something out of it. And then when I do, it's like, nope, fuck you. Here's some more bullshit you got to deal with. And I think that there's people that can relate to this, like constantly having to innovate shit and try to be positive and try to be hopeful that things will get better. And yeah, I'll just go on a fucking hunger strike if I end up in the damn streets. I'm not gonna live with fucking family. I'm not doing that shit. Um, my kids will be taken care of. That I have family to take care of them, but I'm not playing this fucking game. I'm not playing this game, man. I've worked too hard, and the universe ain't gonna give me shit. What I want, then it is what it is. Um, uh, I hate to be like that. I hate to be like that because I'm not. I'm not talking about self. I'm not gonna self delete. I'm not going to. But if I lose everything, I just won't eat till things get better. Because I'm just done with that shit. I'm completely done with that. I've minimalized a lot of things in my life when it comes to material things. I don't care about that. There's no carrot on my stick anymore. I continue to go on this treadmill and take it day by day, realizing that I'm not going anywhere, that I am pretty much in the same spot that I've been in for the last 25 years, and I have been making improvements and different trying to do things. I have like so many different I'm not depressed. I have depression because of the fucking universe will not lay off of me. I get it. I live in luxury compared to most of the world. I get it, okay? Like, I sound like an entitled, spoiled fucking brat, okay? Whatever. But when you work hard and you don't get anywhere, and you keep having to run on this fucking, and this treadmill keeps getting faster, and there's already no carrot there. It's like, okay, I'm still on this treadmill. You're not knocking me off. But when, you know, they take that treadmill away, which, you know, I'm just saying, like, if I end up fucking homeless with my resume, because I got a good resume, I got good work experience in my I've gained a lot of work experience, man. I gained a lot of work experience. Um, there's no reason why somebody in my position, I don't do drugs, I don't drink, I don't. I'm lucky I don't have any STDs. I'm relatively healthy. I need to lose a little bit of fat, but there's no reason like somebody like me should ever be homeless. I have done the proper things as somebody in my situation could do when it comes to finances. I mean, I could have laid off a little bit on some things, like not going to the gym, maybe just working out on my own, going for runs or something like that. Um, less food, less food, stuff like that. But there's no reason why I should be crippled financially um, to the point where I end up fucking homeless. There's no reason for it because there's no jobs left. You know, that's not my fault. That's fucking society's fault. Um, and I'll just fucking give up. That's what I'm saying. I will just fucking give up. Um, I don't want. I hopefully it don't get like that, and then I really don't think it will get to be like that, where I end up homeless. But there's no reason like somebody in my position should ever end up fucking homeless. I made too many sacrifices. I see other people living it up, living it on high on the hog. In my, when you see people like that in your similar position and they're living high on the hog and you're not, that's where a lot of my frustration comes from too. Um, so I mean, if you hear me complaining in the past about things, there is a lot of things, taking a lot of losses. Um, I don't really know what it's like to win that much, man. I've done pretty decent with females, so I can't really complain in that department. Not anymore. Not anymore. I feel like I'm like probably a 3 at this point. I'm almost invisible to women. I'm almost invisible. Even at the gym, it's crazy. At the gym, I'm over here, the only person like um doing boxing, right? Hitting that punching bag. I'm the only person, and I'm all like my handles are okay, but I'm doing flashy things. I'm hitting 3-pointers like Steph Curry, and then nobody gives a fuck. I'm invisible, and I can lift. If I started lifting again, I get up to 90-pound dumbbells on each hand. Uh, I have a lot of different interests. It's not like, oh, I just gym. Like, I have a lot of different interests, so I'm not depressed, man. There's so many interests I have. It's unbelievable. Um, I feel like I have like so much more to give to the world, and I've been giving. I'm just not getting anything in return. It's just that's why I say like the carrot is not there anymore, and it hasn't been there. Kind of feels like it's never been there, honestly. And I know that other people are living, going into debt, trying to impress other people, and they're acting like they're perfect and their lives are perfect. And it's kind of demoralizing when you're over here sacrificing. And I know I've done some good things because my kids are good kids and they stayed out of trouble. And my kid just graduated high school. And my other kid's about to graduate, get his GED. Um, you know, my family has a problem with school. So I got my GED when I was 25. I don't want to talk about anybody else, but we got a problem with schooling. So I've done some good things, and I think I prepared my kids as much as I can prepare them for what's about to happen to them. Um, for the real world. Like I haven't been the perfect parent. I'm not a kid person, man. I'm not. So I've done as best I could. I feel like I should be a main character. I feel like I shouldn't have. I feel like honestly, I feel like I shouldn't be an NPC, and that's all I really am. I'm a fucking NPC. I feel limited. I feel like I should be on the main stage with like Kanye and fucking Trump and Tim Pool, any major players. I should be on the main stage talking to these people, knowing these people. I should be a main character in this fucking simulation, but I'm not. And that's to me is like I don't relate to, and I don't want to relate. I don't want to go back. I haven't even played video games in like a month. I have no desire to play video games. Um, I I scrolled TikTok to um see um if things have changed in society, in relationships, and dating. It doesn't seem like it hasn't. It doesn't. It hasn't. Um, what gives me hope is Elon, honestly, but I don't trust him all the way. I don't know if he's trying to tell us what we want to hear and and do things that seem like he's against the system to try to rope us in to be a part of the system. Like the Neuralink. Like I'm like my kids like, why are you against the vaccine the shots, but you're for Neuralink? And I told him, I said, like, I wouldn't be one of the first people to get the Neuralink. I'd like to see how people react. It's almost like you don't buy a new gaming system unless, like, for like a year. So people usually get the bad ones because they rush them out or whatever. But then the good ones come out that work properly after like a year or so. Um, and that's why I do with the shots. Like, why would I want to take that? It's an experimental thing. I wouldn't just get it. And the only way I would get it right off the bat is if something happens traumatically to my body, and it helps me walk again, or helps me see again. Um, I'm not changing I'm not having anybody change my diapers. I'm not gonna, um, be the type that relies on other people. I'm not gonna get old and expect my kids to take care of me. I'm not gonna have dementia. I will definitely take that before I go through any of that. I don't care if it's a tracking device. I don't care. I would take it. Um, but I don't trust these people all the way. I don't trust these people all the way. But it is what it is. I think that I've always felt like I should be a main character, but maybe I'm just a NPC, and that's all I'm supposed to be for the main characters. I'm just supposed to be in the background and make everything look like it's normal. You know, a car on the road for a main character, and you know, because it's better. Life's a lot better when it seems like there's people around, as opposed to you're the only one there. Like I Am Legend, you're the only one there. But if you got cars around and people around, it feels like things are kind of normal. Things are okay. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Nobody. I mean, if you're one of the people that actually watch these videos, and you watch this whole thing, I said, to listen to me speak, me complain, I appreciate. That's cool. Um, but yeah.